going forward, because this is going to be very important when we have a look at other research that might explain the phenomenon in the question about IQ, gender, and marriage. So here are some common limitations that you should be aware of. Reliance on respective recall. So if you're asking a participant to remember something from the past, so maybe you're asking them to reflect on their childhood, this is often a biased measure because it might lead to memory limitations. People might give the wrong answers. Reliance on maternal reports can be biased by underreporting. I won't read through all of these in detail, but I will share these with you afterwards. It's worth noting that all sort of psychological research methods do have strengths and weaknesses, and there are ways of sort of getting around these. Essentially, the best research these days tend to be randomized control trials, or RCTs, and longitudinal studies are also strong. The fourth limitation I'd like to highlight is a lack of cross-cultural or contextual sensitivity. And this is particularly true in the study we've just seen. So it was focused on a very specific cohort from Scotland in the UK. And there was no sort of generalizability or ability to generalize the trends and the patterns that they found to a global population, potentially with different cultural norms and practices. And here are some other ones, which I won't read through in detail, but as you can see, I flagged RCTs, which are contextually specific, and they are often treated as the gold standard being the sort of best. Now, let's quickly look at some criticisms of IQ then. So we touched on these a little bit briefly last lesson, but let's have a look. So the central premises in terms of IQ criticisms that psychologists have highlighted over the years is that IQ is not everything. It doesn't provide a full account of your life success. There are things that are independent of IQ that actually are better predictors of how successful someone might be in various areas of their life. And that might be marriage, it might be their job, it might be educational achievements, it might be social situations, it might be mental health. Interpersonal skills might even be more important in real life than academic abilities, and there is research to suggest this. And this later led to research arguing that actually there is such a thing as emotional intelligence, not just general intelligence or IQ. So let's dig a bit deeper into those things. So the first alternative to IQ that was suggested was social intelligence, which Thorndike interpreted or defined as the ability to read people, manage others, act wisely in social situations, and fundamentally it contrasts with other types of intelligence like mechanical or abstract intelligence. So it's basically about being socially good in social situations. And Vernon similarly characterized it as the ability to get along with people and having an ease of social technique and knowledge of social matters. In terms of emotional intelligence, Meyer and Salovey in 1997 put through 4 sort of main characteristics of emotional intelligence: perceiving of emotions, using emotions, understanding emotions, and managing one's emotions. And these come down to sort of 4 abilities. So facilitation, understanding, emotional management, and relation. So knowing what emotions are appropriate to express in a given situation, knowing how to judge emotions, knowing how effective various forms of regulation will be in terms of managing your own emotions, and how to manage the emotions of other people.